A blessed day to everyone. I'm very glad to be part of this first virtual research conference. My presentation is entitled Parents' Expectations and Character Changes of Children Before and After Taking Piano Lessons, a case study. As research has become vital in education for many years, more so is the music education. Music is widely defined by people based on how they have experienced it. One famous description or definition is that music is the language of emotion. Many cultures use music as a gateway in which one and the other can be understood. As it changes and spread globally, people ought to learn their individual perspective of music. In the world of education, music was found to give benefits in the mental, physical, and social aspects in the life of a child or an individual. With all the benefits that people acquire and discover from learning music, people, especially the parents, grow the interest to enroll their children to music lessons. Well, according to Espiritu 2011 as cited by Kiruha 2013, music in general has been found to improve concentration, improves memory, brings a sense of community to a group, motivates learning, relaxes people who are overwhelmed or stressed, makes learning fun, and helps people absorb material. There are different instruments that a child can learn when taking music lesson. Most parents enroll their children in piano, guitar, violin, voice, and other instruments. Parents prefer to have their children spend extra time on music lessons than in any extracurricular activities. Davidson, Faulkner, and Macpherson 2009 found that music can improve both prosocial behavior and the problem-solving skills of young children. Parental involvement also has been found to have a big role in the musical achievement of a child. There is a study conducted by Davidson et al. 2009 where it was found out that once children start learning an instrument, parental involvement is critical as to whether the child persists or gives up. They reported that all children selected for entry to a specialist music school had parents who took an active participatory role in music lessons and daily practice. The most successful children had parents who were involved in lessons, spoke to the teacher at the end of the lesson, took notes, and supervised practice, often for up to 15 years. Children who have higher achievements receive the most support from their parents. Moreover, musical talent development in a child is a prolonged process requiring adult assistance of both large investments of time and financial resources. Parents enroll their children in music lessons for additional talent or to fill the children's free time, believing that music enhances child development, providing intellectual and social benefits that last a lifetime. However, the researchers observed that music, specifically piano, has a possible contribution in the child's character. Thus, the researchers tried to look for new findings regarding the social development of a child. Specifically, when taking piano lesson, this study aims to answer the following questions. Number one, what are the parents' expectations from their children upon taking piano lessons? Number two, what were the characters of children before taking up piano lesson? Number three, what are the character changes of children after taking up piano lesson? As the study is focused on the behavior of the children taking piano lessons, the researchers decided to set Erickson's psychosocial development theory and expectancy theory as the basis of this study. According to Hafner, 2001, in the third stage of Erik Erikson's theory, which is the initiative versus guilt, preschool age child tends to get frustrated for not being able to achieve a certain goal as planned and may result to getting angry and aggressive. When teachers and parents encourage and support the children's effort, they can help them make realistic and appropriate choices or decisions. Then the child can develop initiative independence in planning and will be more responsible. If the children are discouraged, they may feel guilty of their doings and mistakes. Redmond, 2015, stated that expectancy theory proposes that work motivation depends upon the perception of performance and outcomes, and individuals modify the behavior based on their calculation of anticipation outcomes. These theories are most fitted to be the basis because it supports the purpose of the study. By knowing the development stages of the child, learning ability and character will also be observed in relation to taking piano lessons. It may also be that through expectancy theory, parents and teachers expect an outcome based on what the child has accomplished or has shown every lesson. This study used case study to determine parents' expectation and children's character changes from taking piano lessons. There were six possibly sampled participants, three parents and three piano teachers. There are parents and teachers of children enrolled in piano lessons in a university in Cavite for 6 months or more and are between 4 to 7 years old. A semi-structured interview guide validated by experts and lesson observations were done to gather data. Consent was sought prior to the conduct of the study to ensure that the participation was voluntary. After the data gathering, data were transcribed, analyzed, and thematically grouped to form themes that answered the research questions. Now, here are the results of the study. Answering the first question, what are the parents' expectations from their children upon taking piano lessons? There are three themes that emerged. First, they expect that children will develop intelligence. First parent said, siguro yung brain, siguro nag-stretch. Sobrang naging bright. Maybe the brain stretched, he became brighter. To confirm, Sko and Krauss 2012 mentioned that an individual who plays any musical instrument at a young age is found to show more robust brainstem responses to sounds than those who do not. Moreover, evidence suggests that long-term engagement in musical activities modulates not only executive function but also general intelligence. Second, parents expect that children will develop self-discipline. Parent 1 said, in time, doing piano sa 1 year, yun yung nade-develop niya. Na-accept niya na it's okay to repeat and repeat as long na you're committing mistakes. In time, doing piano lesson in a year helped him develop. He already accepted that it's okay to repeat and repeat whenever you commit mistakes. Teacher 1 also mentioned that students were disciplined during lessons. Learning a musical instrument requires discipline. Without it, one cannot focus on the task at hand. According to Phillips, music enhances teamwork and discipline. It was also discovered that students were better able to set new practice goals based on the effectiveness or ineffectiveness of their sessions. The third one is that parents expect that children will develop talent for God's service. One parent said, ang dream ko talaga is talagang at the age as early as 6 or 7 years old, makaplay na siya sa church. Kasi ang objective ko talaga, kaya ko siya pinag-aaral niyan, is maging ano talaga sa church. My very dream is that at an early age of 6 or 7 years old, he will be able to play in church. My objective why I let him take piano lesson is to play and serve in church. There are also parents who expect their children to use their talent for the Lord's service. From the book Evangelism, White 2003 mentioned that music in the ancient times worshipped and praised God through singing and playing instruments. Thus, music was mainly used in religious service. With the belief of these parents that music is a spiritual gift from God, of course, they would really expect that the children will be able to play in the church at an early age. Answering the question number 2, what were the characters of children before taking up piano lesson? There are four the themes that emerge. First, the children are impatient. So parent 1 said, yung patience level niya when it comes to something na kailangan tiyagain para gawin, maikli. His patience level when it comes to something that needs more time to do is short. According to Raleigh 2012, young children do not understand waiting time. 30 minutes of waiting is an abstract concept for them, and this thought makes them more impatient. Second, these children lack self confidence. Teacher said, I did not have the chance to put her on the piano kasi she would cling to her parents. She or he is extremely shy. Linus 2018 mentioned in an article that a child who lacks self-confidence tend to think that they are not good as other kids. Thus, they doubt that they can do things well. For this statement of the teacher, this implies that the child is very shy and still afraid to show her interest or to show that she also likes to play piano. And next, these children do their own thing. Okay, teacher again said she wants to do things on her own, although i-instruct mo siya, but she has a hard time following the details because she wants it to be done by her own. Okay, so this indicates also independence. Children learn on their own. Ages are nearly identical, meaning that children indeed have the potential to master some degree of independence even at a young age. These children are also playful. A parent to mention that her child was playful, but now that there's diversion aside from playing outside, he or she wants to hear and play some piano. Play and learning are closely related in early childhood, but when the focus on the educational benefits of play becomes too strong, the most essential feature of play is lost. That is children's pleasure. Character changes of children after taking up piano lesson. So let us answer the question number 3. There are 4 characters that is found after taking piano lesson. Number 1, patient. Teacher said, she's very patient. Kasi hungry actually si student, siguro with the absence of the parents, gustong-gusto niyang tinuturuan siya. In English, he or she is very patient because maybe student is actually hungry. Maybe with the absence of the parents, he or she really wants to learn. Learning to play an instrument takes time and effort. A child needs determination in order to play a specific piece accurately and beautifully. During the lesson, the child who sat down for 30 minutes or an hour actually develops patience. Juan 2014 mentioned that music refines discipline and patience. She illustrated that when a child waits and listens to the teacher's instruction, the child develops patience and respect as well. The third, the child develops or the child was seen to be more confident. Today, he or she can do alone, teacher says. Confidence, on the other terms, is also self-esteem. Cheyenne et al. 2011 found out that playing music causes an increase of confidence. In relation to this, when the child is confident enough, it means that he or she also has more focus. The third theme is more focused. Parent says, naging focus siya sa mga ginagawa niya. The term cognitive inhibition was found to be another benefit of music lessons. Children who took music lessons are able to tune out irrelevant information and focus the attention on the matter at hand. And when the child is more focused, he or she is also attentive. Teacher 1 says, dun sa mga estudyante kong hindi exposed sa computer, sa television, they are more likely to be longer in sitting position. Now, in a recent study, it mentioned 3 main components of attentional system in the brain. Namely, alerting, keeps ready for action. Orienting, distinguish relevancies of sensory information and helps switch focus. And executive control helps block and remove distracting information. These three main components of attentional system in the brain was better improved when you are doing musical training. Okay, it says here by Medina and Barraza 2019 that trained musicians have greater executive control of attention than the non-musicians. Significantly, children taking music lessons have greater and improved attentional system than those who have no training. The more years of music lessons, the more efficient an individual be in controlling attention. In conclusion, the researchers found out that there are huge changes in a child's character after taking several piano lessons. They were found out to develop not only musical skill but also soft skills. Piano lessons helped the children nurture their skills. Thus, children taking piano lessons improve not only in their behavioral aspect but also are more advanced in their intellectual and academic aspects. Based on the results, the researchers recommend the following. Parents may enroll their children to any music classes or lessons at an early age to develop not only musical skill but also soft skills. Teachers needed to be very patient in teaching and they should also learn different strategies to approach the different behaviors and attitudes of young children. And future researchers may replicate the study among children from another age range or among those who are old enough to be interviewed. Thank you very much for listening. May God bless us all.